I was homeschooled, and when I was in our homeschool group, we had this thing called gym day. And you poor tortured public schoolers have to have gym day like every single day. But we were lucky. We only had to have it once a month, which is a good thing because I am so uncoordinated. It's not even funny. My hand-eye coordination is terrible. And running and jumping and shooting basketballs, no, it doesn't work very well. So I'm kind of like Mia in Princess Diaries. All she had to do was hit the baseball to pass and she just about failed. So that was pretty much me in high school. But anyway, in gym day, we had this thing where everybody would stand along the wall and they would choose team captains, and then the team captains would choose who they wanted on their team. I always dreaded that because I was generally either the last or the second to last person picked. And even though I wasn't really into sports, it still kind of affected me because I was like, that's just great. I mean, to know that you bring absolutely no value to the team whatsoever and nobody wants you on their team is kind of a terrible feeling. I mean, rejection, whether as silly as it is, if it's just something like not making the team in sports, or if it's something really traumatic like your crush asks out your best friend, rejection is terrible. It's like the worst feeling in the world, and I hate it. Everybody does. So sometimes in life, we can feel, maybe you feel like me, standing on the wall, looking at everything everyone else is doing, and you're waiting to be chosen. You're waiting for someone to pick you. You're just waiting for someone to notice you and to say, hey, I want you on my team. Hey, I want you to come over to my house. Hey, I want to ask you out on a date. I mean, as girls, we really want to be chosen. We want to be noticed. And quite often, we're left standing on the wall, just waiting, wondering if anyone is going to notice us. That is why I absolutely love Ephesians chapter 1, because it tells me that I have been chosen, which is super awesome. Let me read it to you. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4 says, "For he chose us in him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in his sight." That's amazing. I was chosen by God to be on his basketball team, whatever, before the foundations of the earth were laid. Can you imagine? I mean, just stop and think about that. Look around you. Look at the beauty of this lake and the beauty of being outside and the beauty of nature and everything that God has created. Stare up at the stars this summer in wonderment and think, wow, before God even breathed out one of these stars, he chose me. He had me in mind. He had fixed his love on me as the center of his attention. And he reached out all the way through time before time had even happened. And he said, I'm choosing you. You're my chosen Cinderella. I'm going to use you. I've anointed you. I've appointed you. I have a purpose and a calling on your life. And it's going to be so powerful, it's going to look like a Cinderella story.